Here's another compilation video. This one is a compilation of every single Benton Ultimate I've ever done. So, yeah, in anticipation for the next Ultimate video I do, which is going to be on the Andromeda 5 from Benton, because they kind of deserve Ultimate forms. But yeah, this is a combination of every single one I've done from Benton Classic all the way through Benton Alien Force. So, let's get into it. Alright guys, in this video we are going to be designing 3 Ultimate Alien designs for Benton, considering they underutilized this concept in Ultimate Alien, which is personally one of my favorite Benton shows. I just wish they used the concept more, rather than, not, and people wanting Ultimate Aliens and having to make fan-made designs. It's just, But anyways, I made 3 Ultimate designs. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Let's get into the video. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this was the one I struggled the most on. This is also the first one I did for the video. I just couldn't think of a concept for Ultimate Jetray. I did getting 10 different drawings, trying to figure out what type of concept I wanted. For some odd reason, I kept going to Crab, because I wanted to make this Ultimate way more armored than Jetray. But I couldn't figure out how to do that really, which really annoyed me, absurdly annoyed me. So I come to the concept of Crab, which really wasn't working. So eventually I took a break, I started doing some research, studying, looking up stuff. And then I said, why don't I make him a dragon? Without any type of dragon, a Ryphon. I always say the name of this type of dragon wrong, but it's basically a type of dragon that has wings for hands. Really cool concept in my opinion. So, I pushed the limits in my brain making this design. Generally, I don't know why it was so hard for me to make a Jetray Ultimate Alien. He just flies and shoots lasers. But this was, no joke, one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Which is absurd to think about. But anyways, if you guys don't know, I'm following the same rules as the Ultimate Overhauled series from the Intake. I don't know if it's actually called that. But anyways, yes, I'm following those rules. So they had to use powers and have a completely different color scheme. So for the powers he's losing his super speed. Sorry, but there's no need for this tanky version of Jetray to have it. Instead of super speed, he's going to have kinetic deflection. Basically, the more you attack this guy, the more kinetic energy he builds up. And he can eventually charge up so much kinetic energy that he makes giant explosions. That isn't the only ability he has though. He can also shoot green fire, because I thought it was cool, but he doesn't have his laser vis in it. So yeah, to recap with this alien, he doesn't have his laser vis anymore, or the ability to move at hyper speed. I don't really know Jetray's full speed, but he is fast. So he uses almost all of his speed, all of that good stuff, but he is really beefy now. He can take a lot of damage, and then he redisperses that damage through the green pattern on his skin. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Ultimate, and on to the next one.
Ultimate Jetray.
Alright, this was the last design I did, but I decided to put it in the middle because I don't know how many people really care about Goop. I'm pretty sure more people care about Brainstorm if the pose anything to go by. So yes, I put Goop in the middle. Generally, I think this is the best design I've done for this video. I generally think it's really good. If anyone would be an Ultimate, it would probably be this one. But I did struggle trying to figure out a concept for Goop, because almost every Ultimate Goop concept has been done already. We have people making him into City Party, Battlefield, which was an idea I had because I really like the metal gimmick that Ultimates usually have. I know I'm alone in that, but I really do like it. So yeah. I struggled, I fought. And I was like, okay, maybe instead of get the Goop aspect, I should get the gravity projector. And then it came to me, why don't I base them off a black hole? So I looked at black hole designs, I was, Googling, researching, and here are the abilities I came up with. Instead of, having a very malleable body that everything goes through, I decided to make it where his goop is so dense it forces things to come towards him, and his acid evolved over the years, so things are just drawn into like a vacuum and disintegrated. Probably one of the stronger Ultimates I made for this video, but yeah, I figured that was a cool concept for an Ultimate, and it makes sense. Ultimates are supposed to be overpowered, so why not have fun with this one? So yeah, he's a black hole. Probably not what Ultimate Goop would look like or have the abilities of, but I'm sorry. This guy's been done to the death, and like the really only thing you can do for an Ultimate Goop is make him really durable and get rid of his zombie body, which I didn't want to do because everyone's already done it. So I needed to come up with an original idea. I think this really does work for an Ultimate Goop. Let me know what you guys think about it, but yeah, it was fun. I'm just ranting now because I need audio for the drawing. But yeah, see you on the next design.
Ultimate Goop!
Alright, this was the one I wanted to do the most because if you guys didn't know, Brainstorm is like one of my favorite aliens. Top 5 for me. I'm a big fan of Brainstorm. So, you know, I was thinking about concepts. I don't really remember the concept they did on the ink take, but I know it was something to do with copper, so I wanted to stay far away from that. So I was thinking, and then I was like, what if I turn him into a tank? Is it the most conventional thing? No. Would it be cool? Yes. The small guy just becomes a tank. So yeah, he has a giant tube coming out of his head which lets him shoot concentrated energy beams. And he can now shoot off his hands like rockets, so his claws are missiles, and they regrow. Now that I'm thinking about this sounds awful like Ultimate Humongousaur. That was not the intent. I didn't even think about that while designing this character. Clearly I lost the plot, but yes. Now the prices for having these abilities is, you know, he uses his electricity control. I forgot what it's called. So yeah, he can't manipulate electricity, but he has rocket arms that make huge explosions and a giant cannon coming out of his head. So yeah, this guy's pretty destructive. He's also pretty slow. He has a feet to replace with, you know, those weird tire rim things that tanks have. I don't know what's about tanks, but I really like the design. This is one of my favorite concepts I've done for an Ultimate. So yeah, I generally like it. There's not much I can say about it. He's super smart, and he's a tank now. What else can I say? It's just a cool concept.
Ultimate Brainstorm!
Alright guys, welcome to the end of the video. And if you guys want me to make a part 2 to this, get this video to 5 likes. You know, since I've been gone a long time, the YouTube algorithm's probably gonna kill me. You know, I'm probably only gonna get like 10 views on this video at max. Man, you gotta love the YouTube algorithm, don't you guys? But yeah, have a nice day, and it was fun drawing. Okay guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Ultimate series that I'm doing. But before we get into that, if you guys are new to the channel, I will leave a link to part 1 in the description if you want to watch it. It's not necessary whatsoever. Today we're going to be covering a whole new batch of Benton aliens, so yeah, see you guys. Alright, so the first one we're covering is Ultimate Lodestar. Generally, this was the easiest Ultimate for me to design, kind of. I was really struggling to find a gimmick for him because, surprisingly, every single gimmick you can do for an Ultimate Lodestar has already been done by other YouTubers or other fans. Because, you know, there's not really much you can do with Lodestar. And a good amount of designs have also been taken, so I was just struggling. I was going to do another biblically accurate design, you know, like the biblically accurate angels I do for Ultimates. But then I realized, surprising amount of biblically accurate angel based Ultimates, and I didn't really want to do another one, especially for an alien that isn't really like a god. I typically only do designs for gods so you can understand the gimmick. So I was just sitting here like, what do I do? And then I just said, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna do what every normal person does and make his Ultimate based on Pharaoh fluid. I did give him a design that I think is unique. I don't think anyone really did it. I was playing with the proportions a lot. I wanted, you know, him to be disproportionate, like big arms and small arms and all that. Again, really struggled and it was pretty annoying, but yes, he's made of Pharaoh fluid, meaning he lost his durable body, is now more liquidy like Goop. I also gave him like 3 heads because I thought it would be cool. You can, like, you know, use them to scout around the area. Basically just gives him a big area to look at. Similar to Pain from Naruto, if you guys are familiar with him. So yeah, you know, he has like 360-degree vision if he uses his powers properly. And I also made this design based on infinite, the number infinite. You know, the symbol. I just thought it would be really cool if his body was making an infinite pattern. Other than that, there's not really much to say about this ultimate. It was pretty basic. I do really like the finished design. Probably not my favorite ultimate from this video. I would even dare to say it's my least favorite because this is so basic. But again, there's not much you can do for an ultimate Lodestar. No offense to anyone whose favorite alien is the Lodestar, but there really isn't much you can do with this guy. But anyways, I rambled on enough. On to the next one. And let me know what you guys think about this design. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know why, and see you later.
Ultimate Lodestar.
Hey guys, sorry for interrupting the video, but I just want to say if you guys are enjoying the video, maybe you should consider liking or commenting. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm and lets me know you guys enjoy the videos I'm making. And if you're new to the channel, maybe you should consider subscribing. Hopefully, please. If not, it was nice knowing you. Okay, for this ultimate, I had a lot of ideas, but the main one I wanted to do was like an attack satellite. I just thought that would be really cool. I of course used a lot of mechs as weapons because I thought it'd be sick. So the concept I came up with, if you guys didn't know, Nanomech is like technically a merge of Ben's DNA and a microchip's DNA. So I decided to like have mods to Ben being part of this ultimate in his chest. Like he has a human in there. I thought it'd be cool. You know, like a human pioneer mech. The human is supposed to be Ben. So like when he goes ultimate, he physically becomes a part of this alien. Or like 100 times smaller. But either way. So yeah, you know, I incorporated tons of things. I also wanted to incorporate some things to go back to Nanomech. So I made one of his shoulders just a Nanomech head. Because I thought it would be cool. And I made one of the other hands a gun. I also incorporated upgrade mechanics because again, the army chicks made this alien. So like there's like no natural evolution this thing can really go on. So I want to lean to the fact that this is an army chicks alien. The army chicks made this. It isn't natural. So yeah, as for the trade-offs, I got rid of his wings and you know his feet. Because why not? This alien is of course supposed to be a mech. His abilities are he has a really massive laser gun, like on his feet. He also has an automatic aim thing where he can automatically lock onto things. And of course I wanted to give him the ability to hack technology similar to Upgrade, but for worse sake. Not really what you want to use this guy for. Again, really not much you can do for an ultimate nanomech. But I just really wanted to draw a dope mech design, so this gave me an opportunity to do that. Which I am grateful for. I don't really get to do that much, especially because I find drawing mechs really hard. I did struggle a lot with this design. But I like the way it turned out. This is probably my second favorite Benton alien that I did for this video. And I just really love it. I hope you guys like it. I'm rambling on because not really much to say. This alien's design speaks for him. Like you can just tell what his abilities are. He has a lot of guns. That's really all. He just has a lot of guns. I hope you guys enjoy this design. Let me know if you guys like it. If you don't, that makes sense. This does stray pretty far away from Nanomech's normal design. But I think I did a good job of it. But anyways, on to the last design of this video and my favorite ultimate for this video. Also, the one that we're doing is just one of my favorite Benton aliens in general. So yeah, let's get on with it. I'll go to the next one. See ya!
Ultimate Nanomech.
Okay, this is my favorite design of the video, and also this is one of my favorite Benton aliens. So for the abilities, I want to invoke a godlike vibe, especially because this is basically Diamondhead Jesus. Like, but I didn't know how I wanted to make him a god. I didn't just want to, you know, copy Alien X and just make him be able to do everything, especially because that's kind of just boring. Why choose any other alien when you just have an ultimate Chromastone? So I was thinking, I was like, what if he had the ability to just make an army of diamond heads? But not just like any diamond heads. I want them to be like multicolored. Like when he summons them, they made out of the materials around him, or like in the earth at that moment. Like he sprouts them from the ground, so we can get like ruby diamond heads, emerald diamond heads, obsidian diamond heads, stone diamond heads. I don't know why I'm saying diamond head. These would be like, what, emerald head? Ruby Head. Yeah, you get the point. So this guy can just make an infinite army of Diamond Heads. I also want to keep his ability to shoot energy, but he has a limited source of it. But if he runs out, he can, like, I don't know, drain energy from his subordinates that he makes, like Ruby Head and stuff. No, I just want him to feel like a god, but he cannot absorb energy anymore, so I guess you could just use a laser gun on him and beat him that way, which is kind of funny, but he is really durable, you know, because he gets Chromastone and a Diamondhead god, so yeah, really durable. I love that everyone automatically just knew this was Chromastone when I posted the community, the teaser. Like, everyone knew that this was Chromastone. I don't know how. It was just the silhouette. The fact that you guys came to that deduction just amazes me. Generally, you guys are probably the GOATs. But either way, this was a really fun ultimate for me to design. Chromastone's one of my favorite aliens. I'm still sad he didn't get an ultimate. And if we're being logical, if he did get an ultimate form, it would probably just be the red Chromastone form from, I forgot the name of the episode. But you know what I mean. Like when he got like the red crystal put in his head. Really good episode. But yeah, I had fun with this. I like the gimmick I gave this guy. I like the art. I replaced the stone of gold because, you know, he's a god and gold is like the most common color for gods. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm just rambling again. I did that a lot, but again, I really like the design. I think out of any of my other designs, this is probably the closest to an ultimate that any of my aliens would get to truthful. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you on the next one.
Ultimate Chromastone.
But that's all, guys. Please let me know what your favorite ultimate of the video is. Mine personally is the Chromastone design, but who knows, maybe you guys would like a different one. Hope you guys have a great day, and see you on the next one. Good morning, ladies and gents, it's your host BA here, and today I'm making another ultimate video because it keeps winning the polls. But besides the point, if you guys are curious, the next video will be Metrosonic versus Cell, which is like already halfway done. It should be done by next week, and yes, there are some delays, which, knowing me, there are going to be a lot of delays. I'm really bad at following schedules. But besides the point, let's get into this video. Alright, for Ultimate Energy, I, of course, struggled to figure out a concept which, you know, is very common with all my videos. Like, making concepts is just surprisingly harder than I would like to say. But anyways, I eventually settled on I wanted him to be faster, so I simmed down his armor and like kind of fused it to him. I made him a lot skinnier, so he can actually be, you know, faster, while also keeping the tickiness of his armor. So he has yes defense, but he is faster than his normal armor state. I also decided to get rid of his arms so he can have hand cannon, so he can shoot concentrated beams of radiation. And yes, he still has radiation because, again, not much you can do with energy. But now he has this way more concentrated energy blast, allowing him to do far more damage than, well, normal. I also decided to switch up his color scheme and give him more of like a bluish purple color scheme because I thought it would get cool, and it did. But because this is a very straightforward fusion, I'm just going to say that Energy is my favorite Benton alien of all time. Not of all time, but he's like my top 10 list of Benton aliens. I think Feedback's actually my favorite alien of all time, which can't wait to make it ultimate for him, but yeah, I didn't really have much to do with this, so yeah. Really basic, and I don't got much to say for Energy. He's probably the most basic one I did for this video. So yeah, let's get into the next one, I guess. See ya!
Ultimate Energy is spelled N-O-G.
Okay, so I used an Ouroboros to like represent this ultimate because, you know, Ouroboros is a very popular like snake symbol to do with time. So as a bit for abilities, I kind of struggled with, you know, it was a running theme with the series. But anyways, because Clockwork already basically has all the abilities representing time, the only ability I can think of that he doesn't have is time travel. So of course I gave that to him. I also gave him the invitation because I took away his legs. Yeah, he doesn't have legs anymore. And also he has this snake that he can throw at people, and it looks kind of like a boomerang. It comes back to him and all of that. Because why not? But again, I just couldn't really come up with any more abilities to give him because Clockwork already has all their time abilities. Like, what am I going to give him? I guess I can make him more armored and stuff like that, but like, again, he has every single time ability. So the abilities I gave him, of course, is a snake that acts like a boomerang, and the ability to time travel in case he doesn't have that, and omnipresence. Because if you guys don't know what omnipresence means, it means being everywhere at once. So yeah, have fun trying to beat this ultimate because again, he's everywhere simultaneously. Like, I don't think there's any way any character in Benton's taking him down. But again, I just couldn't really come up with a concept. In fact, most of the ultimates in here are very simple. But yeah, that's all I got to say for Clockwork. So, on to the next one. Ultimate Clockwork! Alright, now onto my favorite speedster alien. I know this is going to come as a surprise because, accelerate. But I'm going to be honest here, Fasttrack is just better. Fight me on that, but generally, he is just a better alien. I don't think anyone should ever say that Accelerate's better. I know this is a not a sad opinion, a bad opinion within the Benton fanbase, but I just prefer Fasttrack. I'm sorry. I'm a simple person with simple needs. I also dislike the fact that he's very similar to, how did I forget the Flash? How did I forget his name? Like, generally I just like his human proportions because it makes him similar to the Flash. Also I like his color scheme because it's oddly similar to one of my favorite speedsters in fiction, Sonic. But that's besides the point. I decided to base this ultimate off of Hermes, who's like the god of travel, or the Greek god of travel. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm a big fan of Greek mythology, so I had to base at least one of the ultimates off of a Greek god, instead of, basing them off biblically accurate angels, which is a running chin in all these videos. Honestly, I think this is like the first video that I didn't make. No, this is like the second video that I did not make one of these ultimates based off a flipping biblically accurate angel. Because for some reason I'm obsessed with doing that. But that's besides the point. Of course, I had to base one of these ultimates off of it. And this is like probably the easiest alien to, make based off of Hermes. So since I based him off of Hermes, I of course gave him the ability to fly and made him way faster. Because why not? But yeah, this alien can fly, he has like goat skin, he's way more durable, and again, Hermes. I am just happy on the fact that he's based off of Hermes because, again, big fan of Greek mythology and I never get to talk about it. Still sad they cancelled the Sonic Greek mythology game. The storybook series was perfect. Besides the auto running and really bad gameplay decisions, but the stories were really good and I would have loved to see Sonic beat up someone like Zeus. I don't really think he'd be on the Greek god side because they're kind of douchebags. But besides the point, I went on a tangent long enough. Here is Ultimate Fasttrack. Ultimate Fasttrack! Alright guys, I know that this was the shortest Ultimate video I've made, but again, most of these Ultimate aliens were very self-explanatory, not much you can do with them. And yeah, I know it sucks, but anyways, I've been focusing on a lot more other projects like animation and it's awesome my dream to make a comic book like since I was born. So yeah, I've been focusing on my dream of making a comic book, and I'm decent way through that project. But again, animations, trying to make other videos, and live streaming consistently has made it where I can't really focus on these videos as much. Don't get me wrong, I'm still focusing on them, but again, a lot of projects that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm sorry that this video was shorter than usual, but according to the analytics, you guys don't really watch the videos all the way through, so yeah, I don't really think anyone's gonna make it here. If you guys did, comment banana. Or don't. It's totally up to y'all. But anyways, see you on the next one, and hope you all have a great day. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making Ultimate Aliens for Benton Classic because you guys voted on it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more, please leave a like and let's get into it. Yo, shout out to Drago for guessing that this was Heatblast. I don't even know how he did that. Generally, I did not think the silhouette at all looks like Heatblast, but somehow he did, so shoutouts to him. Also shoutouts to this guy, I don't really know to say his name, but he guessed Atomics, which technically not too far off because I did change Heatblast's powers to radiation for his ultimate, so I don't know how he got radiation, but he guessed it amazingly, surprisingly. Now to this ultimate's powers, I decided to get rid of his fire powers for radiation because I was thinking, what would be an evolution of fire? You know, of course, radiation came to mind. Like, it is one of the most deadly things ever. I mean, have you seen a nuke before? Well, hopefully you haven't, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I changed his fire powers to radiation. So yeah, he's pretty similar to Atomics now. He can also make constructs like Heatblast could, but, you know, he never uses that power for some reason. I guess it's just in the bargain bin of one of the powers that Ben has, because Benton's aliens have other powers. Like, do you guys know that Raybig has super speed? He never uses it for some reason. Because apparently in Ben 10, you can just get rid of your superpowers. Ben has so many superpowers of his aliens that he never uses. It's absurd, but yeah, Heatblast has constructs, so, you know, this guy would be able to make constructs, but instead of fire, it'd be radiation. I also gave one of his arms a gauntlet, because I thought it'd be cool if one of his arms was more deadly than the other. And again, I just like making the form really unsymmetric. Like, I like having specific proportions on forms to be bigger than others. So I like to mix up my forms and, you know, give them really uneven proportions. I just really like to do that. So I gave him uneven proportions. I also decided to give him Juds because I wanted to mix up what's on his head. I could have just done fire, but, you know, I changed it up. I also made his head thingy, yes, resemble a human skull, and changed it more to a knight aesthetic because I personally think that's a cool aesthetic. So yeah, I made a lot of changes. I changed his color scheme to green because radiation. And let me know what you all think about this one. And on to the next one. Ultimate Heatblast! Shoutouts to both of these guys for guessing Diamondhead, especially this one because he guessed that I was doing kind of a fusion between Diamondhead and Chromastone. Before you guys say anything, I based this off of the UAF version of Diamondhead, who was wearing Chromastone armor, so I gave this ultimate Chromastone armor. If you guys want to see me do a more traditional ultimate for Diamondhead, let me know, but yeah. I couldn't really think of a concept for normal Diamondhead, so I just took a little bit of my concept for ultimate Chromastone. Anyways, for the powers of this guy, I decided to tune into the Chromastone basis I was doing, and gave him kinetic absorption. Basically, if you hit this guy, he absorbs kinetic energy and, you know, can dish it back out. So, similar to Chromastone where he can absorb energy, but this guy's absorbing kinetic energy. So basically, he puts like Vibranium or like Black Panther's armor. You're gonna be attacking this guy, he's gonna be taking no damage, and he's gonna be dishing it back at you. So, yeah, even more durable than normal Diamondhead. Again, didn't really have an idea for this one because Diamondhead's such a basic alien. Well, not really basic, but like his powers are very core to who he is. So like taking one away or giving him new powers is like impossible without like making a completely new alien. So it was really hard to make a concept for an ultimate. I feel like I say this every video, but it really is. Also, I added another biblically accurate angel to my playlist of ultimate biblically accurate aliens. I probably should stop, but I just can't. But yeah. Of course, I gave him a biblically accurate arm, specifically his arm, because I thought it would be really cool if he had like a bracelet of biblically accurate eyes. I don't know why I keep doing this to the ultimates, but there has to be a biblically accurate angel in just one of these videos. Besides the first one, surprisingly. But yeah, that's all I got for Ultimate Diamondhead. He was surprisingly difficult to design. And if you guys are enjoying the video, maybe leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Just saying. You don't feel like doing any of that, though. Okay, I see how it is. Just messing. See y'all at the next Ultimate. Ultimate Diamondhead. If you guys are curious, I don't really have anyone to announce for this because this is being filmed like right as I post the teaser for this, so I have no idea if anyone guessed this correctly. If you guys did, props to you. If you guys didn't, I don't really know. But yeah, fun fact about this ultimate for Stinkfly, I forgot to draw his wings until after I posted the teaser. So yeah, sorry to anyone who is guessing on the teaser. I just forgot to draw his wings. I am so sorry for that. But yeah, this was a pretty easy ultimate to design. I decided to give him abilities based on a bee. So I changed his overall color scheme to yellow. And as for the abilities I gave and took away, I took away his ability to shoot stinky goo stuff. I don't really know what it is, but you know, the goo stuff that's really explosive. And instead I gave him poison that he injects through his stinger, and gave him the ability to shoot out bees, like an army of bees, because I changed his gimmick to bees. So yeah, I could like shoot up a whole army of tiny bees, and I do mean tiny, like around the size of actual bees. But you know, they're all connected through like a hive mind, like Stinkfly. Generally, I probably should have used this concept for the ultimate Nanomech I did, but too late for that. So yeah, he's like a bee hive mind thing. There isn't really much to say about this ultimate. He was pretty easy to design. Yeah. I also gave him really beefy arms, because you know, Stinkfly never skips arm day. He skips leg day though. Yeah, I don't know why he was small legs, beefy arms. I just thought it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, not much to comment on. Again, this guy was really easy to draw. Probably the easiest ultimate I've ever designed for one of these videos. I had a clear idea, I had clear abilities that I wanted to give him. I had a lot going for me in this. So yeah, it was pretty fun to do this one. And see you on the next one.
Ultimate Stinkfly!
So welcome to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more, maybe consider liking or not. It's totally up to you. And hope you guys have a great day and see you on the next one.